Alright guys, perfect. Let's get into this video. Alright guys, real quick without wasting any time. Have you ever wanted to buy a repo car or ever wondered how to buy a repo car? In today's video, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you the information on how I did it and how you can do it without having a dealer's license. Anyone can do it in the state of Texas. I'm in Texas, so if I can do it, you can do it. I personally did it with a dealer's license, so stick around for the video to see the pros and the cons, the differences on doing it with a license and without a license. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Buying a repo car. First one, okay, buying a repo car. Why would you want to buy a repo car in the first place? Okay, there's many reasons. Me personally, you can get really good deals if you're mechanically inclined, like you know how to work on cars and all that stuff. This is a really good opportunity for you to get some deals that are gonna just be amazing deals. You're gonna get sweet deals with repos, but a lot of people don't want to get into them because of the whole repo thing. They don't know how. They get scared real quick on the title, the process, the paperwork, and going to the DMV, getting rejected and all that stuff. But let me tell you something, that's not the case at all. It is a super simple process, guys. Okay, let's get into it. Why would you want to buy a repo? Because they're cheap. You can get a sweet deal on them, resell them, whatever the case is. Put it down in the comments if you have any other reasons. Okay, why the car has been repoed? Because they fell behind on payments. It sucks because this is the world we live in. Unfortunately, they no longer can pay the car off, or they needed quick money, so they went to a title company, which are companies that you take your actual title that you have for the car you bought. They will give you a very cheap price for your car. For example, a 2010 model or whatever that's worth approximately $5,000, easy sale, they'll give you $1,500 for it. Okay, or even less than that, or like they'll give you $1,000 or maybe even $700 for it. So these guys are basically the low ballers of low ballers. With that being said, places like these, like Title Max, I put it here, Title Max, and all those title companies that come bring us your title, will give you a loan, you quick cash. Don't ever do that, guys. You're never gonna get your title back, ever. You're never gonna get it. Your car's just gonna be there. With that being said, once the person forfeits their title to the company, to the Title Max company or lender, and they don't comply with the lending contract, so now their car gets repoed. And once their car gets repoed, once it's in their lot, in the, say for example, Title Max's lot, they have, I believe, 5 or 6 or 30 days to come and pay their title loan, I believe. So that's one thing. If you're going and looking for repo cars, they're gonna tell you, okay, it's day 6 of them not coming, so there's 4 more days. Come back in 4 more days, and if it's still here, you can take it. With that being said, let's jump on to the next one. Let's jump on to the next strategy. With that being said, if you're looking to buy the repo cars, go into these companies, Title Max, and I'll just use Title Max for this video, but they go in general, and you can look them up on the internet. They'll just pop up on your Google Maps. You just go into the Title Max place, build a rapport with them. Hey, I'm this and that, and I buy cars. Do you have any cars right now available? And they should direct you to the outside parking spaces that they have outside. They'll let you know we have none right now, or you see those 2 over there in the back, those trash boxes in the back. Yeah, we have those. Give us an offer. They'll basically say, give us an offer. That's what every Title Max company will tell you. Because either if they don't get rid of it like in a certain amount of days that they bring it in, they have their own auction they send them to, that so other dealers can buy them directly on the auction lane. So before that car even goes to the auction, you need to be the one that goes and tells the lady, hey, well, I mean, car's still here, can I make you an offer? So forth and so forth. The lady is authorized to take in payments. She has a bottom dollar that she can take, basically. So you never want to give the first price. You always want to say, how much are you asking for it? And if they tell you, I'm being quiet because I don't want to be loud. And if they tell you, shoot me an offer, never say an offer. Okay, just say something like this. Say like, well, I noticed that it's leaking oil and the whole front bumper's missing. What are y'all asking for it? and so forth and so forth. If you know what I mean, put it in the comments if you've ever used that strategy, if you've ever done it before. Okay, with that being said, you went in, you gave them your you told them who you were, you told them what you do and what you're there to do. So now you have to go in there with confidence. You have to talk to the owner, and there's gonna be 2 or 3 other ladies around there working for them, but you want to talk to the main person. Say, can you speak to your manager or something like that, not the front desk ladies, because I was directly talking to the lady that attends and takes in the persons and signs it or whatever, gets all the paperwork. But when everything is signed and done, she hands it over to another person, which is the person you want to talk to. So I built a report with the lady in the front desk. I added her on Facebook. I send her messages on saying, hey, if you have any inventory that you get, can you please send it to me? I'm very interested in buying cars around this area. Sure enough, she ended up sending me some pictures of trucks and this and that, but really good deals. But that time I was somewhere else, so I couldn't jump on those prices. But so with that being said, you need to associate yourself like that with them. Build a report, get their phone number, add them on social media, at the title max on your area on social media. They'll put in cars all the time. They take pictures, they put them up on Facebook. Okay, now you see a car you want, it's totaled, whatever, and you tell them, you give them a low ball offer, and for some reason the lady's feeling happy or whatever. It's Friday. That's a tip right there. You're going in a Friday. They're looking forward for the weekend, and they just want to get out of there. And you go in there with a $1,000 offer on a model you're gonna make $4,000 off it. So with that being said, that's another tip right there. You go in. Now she takes your low ball offer and she goes ahead and signs the papers. The papers are gonna look like this. This is gonna be the Texas title right there, and I'm gonna put a picture up here. All the information is gonna be there. The owner is going to be, for example, Dave Smith. On the bottom is going to be his signature. Dave Smith's signature is going to be there already. And then it's going to say date of lien. And then it's going to say title max. And then the date of lien that she put. And over here on the right, that's where she is going to sign her lien authorization. Sign off on the lien right there. Date it. And she's going to give you another paper. And on the back, it's gonna be the same thing. She's gonna sign off on the title. The seller's name and signature is already gonna be there, and then all she needs to do is sign the front. So the back, she is gonna sell it to you, which on the purchaser of mine, it will say purchaser's name, South Texas Autos. For example, I purchased it as a dealer. On the back, it will say South Texas Autos, and everything's already going to be signed. Okay, once she signs the title, she has to get it notarized. All title companies work with their notary person. They have him on deck. They have him on speed dial. The notary comes, or you meet him up, or whatever. He notarizes the paper, stamps it, official stamp of Texas. Something goes bad, he's the one that acknowledged and saw everything. Okay, was present. Basically, he saw everything, and everything's legit, basically. Okay, so you got it notarized. They're gonna give you a folder of papers like this. Then, okay, now on to the next step. You got all your papers signed. She gave you all the papers, the title signed with the original owner. Printed and signed, dated, and the lien holder signed off on it. Now on the back, you should have your purchaser's name. Now that you have your purchaser's name, she's gonna put the date on it when you purchased it, so you can't mess around. Okay, now the time's ticking. I believe you got 30, 15 days, 40, I'm not too sure. This is where it gets a little different on the having a license and not having a license. A dealer's license. So I'm gonna give the example and it's gonna be very quick. I'm gonna give you the example of having the benefits of having a license. So on the back, like I said, mine would have said South Texas Auto. That's it. Okay. So what I can do now is just float the title, assign the title, which basically means I get the title, and if someone wants to come and buy the car, I basically just put their name on the purchaser's name. I'm the seller and they're gonna be the purchaser, and I just file that on the e-title login on the dealer website. I do all the paperwork and that's it. Or if I wholesale, that's retailing. Now if I wholesale, it's an easier job. I just go dump the car at the, and this is why I love wholesaling. Dump the car at the auction that you work with. Take the car, you dump it, you register it. They give you the lane, everything. It's your choice to leave the title and all the paperwork there. So the folder that the lady gives you, you leave it with your car, with the lady in the front. They tell you, oh, you're leaving the title? Yes, I am. Here it is. It's a repo. They're gonna be like, okay. As soon as they run the car through, they will have a red light on it and say it is a repo, this and that, whatever. They'll mention everything. Everything is disclosed, so the buyer already knows. He's well familiar with the process and everything. All he's gonna do is write his name on the other side. He's gonna skip a bracket and he's gonna write assignment, a dealer only assignment. That's all he's gonna do. So he's not even gonna go to the DMV, register it, anything like that. He doesn't need to do that under his name, whatever. So that's the benefits of doing it, and you're done. That's it. You drop it off, you drop everything off, and you go do the process 10, 20 times if you want. If you have enough money to do that or whatever. And you don't worry about it anymore. That's it. You just, boom, that's it. That is the pro of having the dealer's license. Super easy process. Yeah, super easy process. Okay, with that being said, if you like what I said and you're benefiting and you found anything informative in this video, please hit that like and subscribe. I'm trying to get the numbers up on the subscriber count. So okay, with that being said, so next is, if you're a regular person, regular Joe out on the street, if you're an NPC, if you're just a regular, just whatever person walking in the door. I'm just playing. If you don't have your license, this is how it's probably gonna go. If you're a regular person, you walk in the door, do the same thing. Like I said, you always ask, what's your lowest bid? What's your lowest price? For example, they'll tell you 1,200. You give them a low ball, 900. She rejects. You come into agreement of 1,000. All right, so you win the car. You give her the money. She gives you all the paperwork. You sign it with your name now. Okay, it's gonna be under your name on the title now. Okay, purchaser, boom. Now what you're gonna do is, now that you have all that information notarized, everything, the process is the same, everything stays the same. You take that stack, you take it to the DMV. This is what I hate about the DMV. Okay, they might have good people working there, they might not have good people working there. The majority of the time, people are not educated on this, and those who are need to be promoted. Okay, with that being said, you give them the pack. They're gonna tell you, what is this? Like always, they don't know their job. Don't be rude to them, okay? If they don't know, explain to them once. And for example, I'm gonna give you an example. You tell them, okay, I bought a repo car and I bought it from the Title Max company, so I'm gonna register it and title transfer it to my name. Okay. She's gonna be like, well, you can't do this. This happened to me. That's what I'm saying. If this happens to you, don't be scared. Don't leave that place until you get answers from everybody in that building. If not, call the main corporate office or whatever. So anyways, you tell them, I bought a repo car. I need to title it and register it under my name, for example. And they tell you no. Okay, can you speak to your manager? Now you're with the manager. Let's say, for example, she understands now, and then she goes with the process. You tell her it's notarized, everything's legit, it's a repo process. Okay, everything checks out good. Now this is where another thing jumps into place that is probably gonna discourage you from doing it too. It happened to me, but since I had the license, I did not have to do it. So, for example, you buy a $10,000 car. For example, let's say you buy a Cadillac. I'm just gonna say, for example, you buy a Cadillac that you bought at the Title Max company for $1,500 because the guy blew an engine and he just left it on the street. Title Max picked it up. So the engine's blown. You need a full engine replacement. You know, you're gonna be $5,000 in the hole. Sell it for $7,000 or whatever. So anyways, with that being said, you go to the DMV and they look up the car. We found the car. Okay, this car is estimated, the retail value on it, the MMR is $15,000. They don't know that the car has a blown engine, it's worth $0 right now. They don't know that the car's worth $0. So Texas, they have it on their paper that the car is worth like I said, $15K. They don't know. So they're gonna tax you on those $15,000. So I believe in Texas 6.25 tax rate of $15,000. Let me pull up my calculator because I'm not that fast. Anyways, I'll put it up here. You're gonna end up paying the tax on the whole $15,000. But don't get scared, because if they don't tell you to, but there is a way out of it. But there is a way out of it. I don't want to say way out of it, but it's the proper way to do it, because this form comes into play. They'll probably give it to you there because you're gonna be saying, well, this car isn't even worth $1,000, and you're quoting me that I have to pay $15,000 in taxes. Okay, when I bought it for $1,500, the lady is going to tell you, well, if she doesn't know, she's gonna tell you, well, there's nothing I can do about it. But if you're speaking to a highly intelligent human being behind that counter, she's gonna refer you that she's gonna give you this form so you can go to a dealer in your area. It can be any dealer in your area. It can be Ancira. It can be any little small place, any little place. You can take this form. I put it up here. It's called the Motor Vehicle Appraisal for Tax Collector Hearing / Bond Title. Okay, this form is basically gonna tell them that this car is worth what you paid for. Okay, and you basically, the dealer will charge you like $30-50. I'm not too sure how much to fill in this form. All you do is you go and you tell them, hey, the DMV gave me this. I bought a car off the repo lot, and they need an appraiser. And the dealer is an authorized agent to value that car, appraise or depraise, appraisal that car, or depraise, or I don't know how you say it, or put the adjustment price on that car. He has all the authority on doing it, and I believe it's either a dealer or the insurance company. You don't want to go to the insurance company, so go find yourself a dealer you can work with. Tell them what's going on. He's probably very familiar with that. With that being said, you'll fill out all the information you can right here. Applicant information, vehicle information, everything right there. Like his license, his name, his email, and then this is where the appraisal information is. Date of appraisal, vehicle condition. He'll basically put there what you paid for. So you get this form, you take it back. They will re-correct the tax on the car. So instead of paying $15,000, you're gonna be paying what you bought it for, okay? Or what this dealer appraised it for. Very, very simple process, but you have to be on top of it. If you want the money, it's there. If you don't, if you're gonna be lazy and whatever, I have to go and do this, I have to go and do that, apparently this is not for you, and you're not gonna get very far. So if you do this, you're set in the clear. Once everything is handled, you pay your taxes and the title, and you pay the title and registration fee. Everything gets processed. You got a fresh new title. Then you can go about your business, fixing it, selling it, make your profit the legal way. So anyways, that is basically how you get a repo car and put it under your name as a dealer and as a non-dealer. So what else? Did I miss anything? I mean, I know it's a little intense. It's not even intense, but for the normal person, when you're starting off, it might seem like you're doing a lot, but in reality, it is not really. It's a very simple process. Not a lot of people do it because they get so discouraged and how people talk to them in the DMV. Say for example, the DMV uneducated person just is like having a bad day, takes it out on you. Like, what are you doing? I've never seen this. Get out of my face. Like, no, we don't do that here. Their famous line is, "We don't do that here." I'm sorry, we don't do that here. No. First of all, they work for you. This is what I always tell people whenever I try to give advice. Obviously, you're not going to disrespect them in any way. Don't give them any tone or anything because you work with them. If not daily, weekly, whatever, you're going to see them again. Say, "I'm sorry, but you're incorrect. Can I see your manager?" "I'm sorry, can I speak to your manager?" Now, if that manager doesn't understand, okay, can I speak to someone else? I'm pretty sure that other person will know. They just don't want to do business. Okay, they just don't. In other words, they are lazy. They're just like any other person. They're lazy. They've been there for years. They don't want to put up with you. Okay. Anyways, with that being said, be nice to them. Very simple process. You can do this with a license and without a license. Your choice. This is a very easy way to make money, or if you want to make any extra money on the side, or whatever, or anything like that. So if you got anything from, with that being said, guys, it's very simple. Anyone can do it. Like I said, go and rewatch this video if you need to. If you found anything informative in this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm gonna do more videos on this. I'm gonna do more videos on these topics, bonded titles and all that stuff. So anyways, so with that being said, if I can do it, anyone else can do it. Basically said, I will see you on the next video if you subscribe. See you later, guys.